Yo,
What's going on with you?
nothing much, nothing much. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. You?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Shoot, man.
Another day in paradise, as they say. Um, Back with another Head for the Hills podcast, and quite interesting things happening. This week. Sports world, entertainment world. Um, uh, yeah. I guess we could start off with the entertainers. First and foremost, let's talk about the Freddie Gibbs and Jim Jones. I know you was looking into that. Any more details emerged from that situation?
I ain't hit nothing new. Just they ran into each other at a restaurant. Um, Jim Jones and his party was leaving as Freddie Gibbs and his party was coming, and some words were exchanged. Jim approached him about something Freddie said in the past, and I'm hearing that somebody from Jim Jones' entourage socked Freddie Gibbs, and it was on from there, man. And your boy DJ Academics is having it up. He has his run in with Freddie Gibbs, so he's going to gas it and slice it to the fullest.
Hmm. Yeah, that's shout out to the restaurant Prime 112.
uh-huh.
I had a brain freeze when I was first reading this. Cause I didn't see the prime part, so I was like, "Why niggas keep saying like Jim Jones smack somebody in front of 112 and shit?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why these niggas being brought up and all that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so. What's like the dig on Freddie Gibbs? He a lot of talking, no bite, or
That's what Ack is trying to make it seem like. He's been calling him out to do something for him, but Ack is, what I'm saying, a person who's probably gonna press charges, so Freddie Gates ain't really messing with him. But what I'm saying, I guess he's getting his card pulled, safe from the streets and all that from a hard place, Gary, Indiana. That ain't no, what I'm saying, place to be messing with. But I don't know. You never know till people get tested, man.
right, right, man. I mean, I guess I'm not going. Every place has a projects and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not gonna just be like, all right, Indiana, oh no. But we know Jim and them grew up in Harlem and all of that, and it's a little wild in New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, uh, I'm guessing since you said words were exchanged, at least they attempted to talk it out, or
If you so want to say that, what I'm saying? I don't know, depending on what words were exchanged.
right? Um, uh, I don't know.
Kind of sucks though, man. Like two kind of artists I kind of like. Definitely like Jim Jones. I was kind of like your Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is pretty good rapper. I'm starting to get into him slowly but surely. He's not one of those mainstream rappers who got like one of them hits that you just really pulls you in.
Right,
But what I'm saying, I like funny people. So what I'm saying, that's what more so I was gravitating to, and I'm starting to get into this music. He was trolling the shut of academics, which what I'm saying might not go well now. What I'm saying, since Act has all the ammo and all that.
right,
But super super funny character though, man. Just glad nobody was like seriously hurt. No, what I'm saying, you be seeing shit how shit go down like with the Troy Ave situation. No guns were drawn and shit like that. So
right, and nobody lost their life
right,
stupidly. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't know how many, especially I guess about Freddie Gibbs situation perspective. Don't know how many niggas will really take the L. You know what I mean? And not pull a gun out or not shots fired. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So then I don't know. Hopefully that was just a one and done type of thing, and niggas can move on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um. So as far as like the other artists go, you heard about them potentially setting up a versus between the baby and Lil Baby. Quite sure this is going to be taking place at some type of nursery home or something like that. Daycare.
You know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
these goddamn babies.
Uh-huh. Are you? I'm not interested in this at all. Are you interested in something like this?
Nah, man. For one, I don't know, like these still two young artists, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
most of the artists, like some people who got some longevity in the game. Like that's the whole point. Or not, well, for me, it's to reminisce on shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hear some shit you ain't heard in years. Like these artists only been out for a few years. You know what I'm saying? While they, you know what I'm saying, they got good music, but I think it's kind of too soon to be doing a
Yeah.
verse between Baby and Lil Baby.
Yeah. The verses, and I guess I keep bringing this up, but I just really need to stop because I guess it just really isn't what it started out as. But it's supposed to be 20 hits versus 20 hits,
Right.
and now I kind of just feel like we're at 20 songs versus 20, or it, depending on who's going back and forth, you'll surpass 20 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like you said, these are two. I'm not gonna say careers in the infant stages, but man, come on, guys.
Right.
Yeah, come on now. Like, man, they setting this up for 10 years from now, then all right, cool. But like,
Right.
come on, let's chill on this type of stuff. Speaking of chill, and I don't want to talk, too much about this or whatever, but I was telling you all there about the whole Mariah Carey getting interviewed, and they was asking her about Beyonce. And first and foremost, shout out to Mariah Carey because she is, McDonald's has been doing the thing where they've been giving like stars their own meals. They bless Mariah Carey with her own menu.
Mm.
So that gives you the idea if anybody's been living under a rock, these years, what her stature is as far as like singing legends go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, was interviewed Access Hollywood E about a potential versus, well, not potential because Beyonce is not doing no verses. Um, would she be open to doing the versus Beyonce? And after kind of like brushing the question to the side a couple of times, she finally decided to answer and said that, she would be disrespecting herself if she did that, you know, and clearly just a level of, I'm not gonna say, I ain't gonna say arrogant because I don't want to be negative about it. Level of, I'll say, what could we say? What could we say? Like,
That's the only thing I say. Arrogant ego. Mm, that's crazy. She just wilding out.
yeah, that's. What you think about this, man?
Like I said, I just think she wilding out, and I just think this like a problem. Like why we haven't gotten a few verses or a few opponents who step in the versus arenas because like their ego is bigger than what it should be, so it's gonna be tough for them to accept a versus match because they want to punch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know we had a problem with T.I. getting the verses. I think he said he want like Jay-Z, 50 Cent or Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And it's
okay.
like, I don't know. I don't know if any of them gentlemen stepping in the arena. And Jermaine Dupri wanted Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy feels like you use a little man, Jermaine. You know what I'm saying? He kind of sunned them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like it'd be dope. Like how we was talking off air. I want verses to kind of get back to his origins too, like and get with some of these producers and stuff like that. So to hear what stuff people made that I might not be aware of, like damn, he did that. Oh damn, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Versus like maybe we can still do like the artists and their songs. That's cool, but like mix more some of these producers in.
Yeah, facts. I kind of feel like if we were to ever be blessed with the presence of some of those legends in verses, it's gonna take other legends to bring them out.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah. I
Yeah,
definitely want let's say you got to, and you definitely want an even matchup. So it's gonna have to be a
yeah,
legend to make it an even matchup.
yeah. Like nobody's coming down from the rafters to go against Ti. No offense to Ti, I love Ti. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nah, come back down to your level. Um, he wanted the one against Jeezy. He was gonna fill in for Gucci Man. Um, I really don't. I don't really know. Like outside of, I don't know who he would be. Equally suited against. You know what I mean? And he has a
Yeah,
lot of hits. Don't get me wrong. He has a lot of hits, but I don't
and
know.
it's getting tougher and tougher as versus moves on. You know what I'm saying? Because people are getting opponents. And I guess that's the thing with versus, like, people aren't doing it twice. You know what I'm saying?
Right
I only
outside
know
of
if you want to see people do it twice. Unless, like,
yeah,
I think they did a few rematches or some shit like that.
yeah. I was about to say outside of Jadakiss, who popped up on two different zones.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, now I mean, now unless you got like a catalog now, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, it worked for him. So he got his single stuff, and then he did it with the, you know what I'm saying, the whole lock shit. So,
Right.
yeah, I don't know if any single artist got like a super, super bag like that where they can kind of double dip like that. It's probably
Yeah.
some, but I don't know.
Outside of like,
Who's willing to do it and shit?
I'm about to say outside of the legends and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, yeah.
Quick
Mariah.
question though. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some some I just been thinking of. It probably will fly, but like Lil Wayne in the verses. Would you be opposed to hearing like all his mixtape stuff like over other people's beats? Would you like be cool with that?
I mean, based on what a verse is supposed to be, I wouldn't like that. That shouldn't be allowed. But I understand. This is what I was telling people on that status a couple weeks ago. I had made a post about Jay-Z on his birthday and was saying that he was the GOAT, and everybody was like, Lil Wayne the GOAT and all this and that. And I'm like, people just have a hard time coming to grips with the harsh reality is like he like a mixtape GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
And if he can't get like, because mixtapes, you could just like you said off air, you ain't got to worry about clearing those samples and stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
probably got to clear those on the verses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like if he can't use his mixtape stuff, Wayne will probably get washed.
Right. And like just to think like granted he's using other people's beats and people's flows and ideas. So like I mean it's probably easy for a great rapper like that, you serve it up like that, but like you said, like if he ain't using his mixtape stuff, like and then I was talking to when I was in the party with you know what I'm saying, Albert and them playing 2K or whatever, we just talking about music.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation came about Wayne. Like I like Wayne, but like you know me, I like lyrical guys, and like Wayne is like he's lyrical, but he doesn't have substance.
Right, right,
So
right,
I was like he's not that super high to me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he just rapping about random shit. Like you know what I'm saying? After a while, like you get older, that shit. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
It's cool, but like
And that's what it is. Like people still in the that era. Like people haven't let go of that Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's we're literally talking about 2004 to 2008ish, 9ish. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And then like he does have like hits, but enough to beat somebody or top tier or
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
a legend like how people hold him to that standard. Oh yeah,
And all them hits gonna be like compacting that one little Earl. Like you know, like some niggas can hit those hits out to the span of their career. He basically gonna be picking off like the Carter series and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
He
Yeah,
might have a few here like the block is hot, but like that shit ain't gonna ring off like super crazy.
yeah.
I don't know.
And got a couple of Young Money Jones,
Yeah.
Bedrock.
But it's like that, like depending on who you go, you're like Bedrock ain't going like they ain't like no.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
like
I'm
some
no,
niggas got like
I'm shocked.
guaranteed wins and shit. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I'm hip. I'm hip. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But that's what people looking for. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's Wayne, so you know niggas gonna let him rock regardless and shit. Um, but yeah, the bring it full circle is just like I don't I don't know why. Like a lot of people just don't like Beyonce. You know what I'm saying?
Like how like I think you said it. And I kind of like stole and adopted it. You know, like people just hate greatness, man.
Yeah, and it's like they want you to win, but once you win, it's like you just you go ahead and move on. That's like the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's let the next underdog. Like once you get to being consistent with it, people get to turning on you and shit. And what you about to say?
Oh nah, was I? I I was gonna say I don't think I. Well, I was gonna say what's the name? I kind of get tired and like I don't even like listen to that shit no more. Like I seen like an article or headline saying like guess they trying to pit Adele versus you know what I'm saying Beyonce and all that. I'm like God, man, let Beyonce chill. She don't bother nobody,
No,
bro.
no, and what's crazy about Beyonce and Jay-Z for that matter is like the most times that you hear niggas speak their name is when they trying to bring them down to prop somebody else up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's what it's come to and shit. I was when me and Mike was over here the other day and he was like we was talking about the whole like Beyonce like her doing the verses and I was like, you know, it's kind of a setup to go against her in the verses. Cause how niggas be doing it is like you see some of the verses, niggas be like in a secluded little, you know, area or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And then some of the verses, niggas be like in arenas. I was like, the worst mistake somebody could ever make is to get her in the arena.
Oh yeah, it's raps.
You know what I'm
It,
saying?
that's like the advantage. Like you put like what's his nigga name? Sue Surf in a big crowd battle rapping and shit. That shit is not gonna go good for you, man.
Yeah, like because you know she gonna come out on some performance shit.
Yeah,
You know what
she gonna rock that motherfucker,
I'm?
boy.
And it's like when it comes to performances, she might be the most iconic of this generation, like hands down. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and I'm like,
That might be ever. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Definitely this generation. She's up there for ever, all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Like she like she doing like what we were saying Michael Jackson do. Now she not on that level, but she's in that stratosphere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like when they going overseas and there's 100,000 people out there, and like it's just
As the young people would say, whenever Beyonce step out, it's a movie, man.
so I don't know. I like Mariah Carey, but I kind of just ain't like that and shit.
Yeah, it's like you like people, but like when they do stuff like that, it's like it turns you off, right?
Yeah, that's kind of corny.
Yeah,
Like,
I hate people like who like just too big. Like, I remember she kind of like rubbed me the wrong way one time. I think she had like an interview at the Breakfast Club,
mm-hmm.
and like I'd never seen this before. Like they had them like dim the lights, candlelight, and all that shit. I'm like, this bitch is too much of a diva, young.
Mm-hmm. And that's how that should be. Like everybody be having like a little a fake little list of like demands before they come fuck with you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that shit, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what kind of person you are. And I don't know. I can't explain that shit. I'm I'm looking like I remember it was somebody who was working at I think Madison Square Garden and they was like a event staffer. I think that's what they call. And when they like kind of just one of the niggas working in the arenas when the celebrities come and perform in the concerts,
mm-hmm.
and they was keeping like receipts, not like not real receipts, but you know we use receipts as like
Yeah,
proof. You know
right.
what I'm saying of what the little list of demands be for certain artists that come to perform and shit. And they had like screenshotted the Jones, and then one day they ended up like posting them or whatever. And it was just like real interesting to see like who was demanding what, like how some of the like normal or lower tier celebrities was demanding so much. And then when niggas like Jay-Z came to perform, like all that nigga was asking for was like 10 cases of water for his crew and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, and then not even the sandwich, like just the peanut butter and jelly, and then the joint had a little asterisk under it and was like, he he like to go to the store and get his own bread though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I was about to say like I guess the higher up you go, but them niggas like at the top and he's simple. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That's
So
definitely how I would be. I would try to get my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had my own stuff situated and shit. But man, that's just how some niggas are, bro. So, like, I don't know, just be milking shit.
yeah, okay. Like I remember how when we used to we first started doing skits, I used to be always be like the Lunchables and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I be. Lunchable before, Lunchable after. You know what I'm saying? But,
Yeah, I'm cool with like some Mickey D's or something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I would go get that or have somebody in my entourage go get that for me.
But I guess we could skin the cat on that one. So we got speak, you know, the opposite of verses. We got a little collab coming up in the works. The late great Aaliyah got some music that's on the way to being dropped, and got a song featuring or duet. I don't know what it's gonna be with the weekend. Um, a lot of people on Twitter was like, you know, kind of against this, saying that they wanted her songs to be put together with people that she would have worked with or just been solo. Period. Um, I think me and you both in agreement. We really didn't care as long as it sound good.
Right.
How do you feel about this?
Yeah,
I
like
and oh no, and are you excited that we getting new Aaliyah after all these years?
yeah. I'm excited for new music from Aaliyah. I ain't a weekend. I'm, I'm kind of a big weekend fan. You know what I'm saying? Like dude puts out like amazing fucking music.
Yeah,
I've been on him like, you know what I'm saying? That's like how I work. Like I was, you know what I'm saying, listening to Drake and then here comes this kid or whatever. So that's how off the branch. So I've been listening to him since them all of them famous mixtape series he had, like the balloons and all that. That shit crank and like I've been hooked ever since. So I'm definitely super excited for him and like you said, get some new Aaliyah and then like it's like a dream, you know what I'm saying? Like dream matchup for lack of better words to see how these two are mixed. I know it's gonna be fire. So like I don't mind. Like long as the person I think who's gonna do right by it, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all gonna be fire. I can't wait to hear it.
right. Yeah, I'm with you. It's been 20 years since Aaliyah's untimely demise, and um, I didn't even think she had any music like left over until they were saying something a little while ago. Because you know, normally you would get like music within this kind of time frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it like now, you know what I'm saying, we kinda get hip to how stuff works. I guess to be
Mm-hmm.
on the whole estate, you know what I'm saying, how her people who handle her stuff was like super, super like, you know what I'm saying, kind of stingy with her stuff, you know what I'm saying? Rightfully so, that's their, you know what I'm saying, opinions, you know what I'm saying? We just now starting to get our music on streaming sites, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right,
maybe we could see some more music. Maybe her own new album or something drop or something like that.
right. Yeah, I used to love Aaliyah. I'm definitely looking forward to this. I just hope it's not trash.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't be like these two great artists.
Yeah,
It could happen, but like you know what I'm saying, just the percentage. It's just looking good for me. I would say.
yeah, yeah. Any word on when it like officially comes out?
Nah, I ain't seen no release date. That just kind of said on the way.
Hmm. All right. Well, was that it for the entertainment side? Oh no, before we I do have to bring up the studies of sciences with all the problems going on in the world, you know what I mean? That we could be studying and trying to make improvements on. Some doctors have made a shocking discovery in the entertainment world, and that's that people who listen to Drake's music tend to run slower than if they would listen to anybody else's music. Um, I guess they pull people in for these studies, a bunch of people or whatever, and they gave them 20 artists. I think it's 20 artists, 20, 25 artists to listen to. Because I guess the reports is they only came back with a top five and artists that make you run slower, and then a top five and artists that make you run faster.
Okay.
Um, and from 5 to 1, the artists that make you run slower. Number 5 is Katy Perry, and then it's Nicki Minaj, it's Doja Cat, BTS, and then number 1 is Drake. So if you're out here listening to any of these artists and you feel like you're moving a little bit slower or something, and now you know why. Um, the top 5 for artists that make you run faster. Number 5 was Taylor Swift, followed by Adele, Britney Spears, Harry Styles, and number 1 is Beyonce. So if you're listening to them, you'll tend to run faster than if you were listening to the other 5. Bro, what in the hell
Crazy
is
studies, man.
is we out here studying, and why? Is this where the hard earned taxpayers' dollars is going to?
Definitely what they going to, bro. It's like crazy. I'd be wondering like why other well known national problems aren't fixed, but this is what niggas are studying.
Yeah, like every scientist should be studying something that could potentially change the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not. I mean, imagine getting paid scientist money though, and then the only thing you doing is just studying to see if niggas run faster when they listen to like Drake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy. Like I was telling you, told me about the study. It's like I don't know. Like I said, it depends. I wonder what songs did they listen to. You know what I'm saying? Because like an artist like Drake has different bops.
all right.
So would they listen to more R&B Drake? Would they
Had
listen to
had to
rap
been
Drake? International Drake?
had to been R&B clearly.
Yeah, because like when I was listening to Drake on, I used to go on my walks, which I need to get back to.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of pumped me up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm listening to rapper Drake and shit though.
Ah, okay. Hey, that's probably why it's so different. And then Beyonce normally does have upbeat music, even though she has R&B too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it come down now. If they rigged the studies like that, then why even like talk about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't know they was intentionally trying to rig it, but I don't know who put the shit together. Like, I don't know if they was more of a R&B Drake than you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They like, you know what I'm saying.
All right.
I would like to see stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. Like that's what like stats and analytics. You know what I'm saying. It could tell a different story. You know what I'm saying. So much to it.
Definitely a bunch of little variables and stuff. Um, can't wait to see what kind of studies we got coming out next, man.
Yeah. And quick update.
Uh huh.
The song is actually out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Aaliyah and Weekend jump.
Okay. Okay.
I'm listening to it now. It's all right.
Okay.
Nice little R&B type genre and shit.
Okay. Need it. Some regular R&B or something we could hardcore we could dance to.
Probably get a little two step to this.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely a little two step. Hey, what you cut? Hey, man, it's just all right though.
Yeah, that's all right right there. Definitely going. Were you at Apple or
It's on Apple, but I didn't want to play it through the phone,
right?
so I went to YouTube and shit.
Okay, it's on YouTube. Back. All right, golden words. Hmm. All right. So, did you have anything else as far as like the entertainment wise, or did we go over like all of? Did we?
Me see my notes. I think
Yeah.
that's about everything. Like I said,
Hmm.
I ain't had too much.
Yeah, you had the Leah and Weekend, and then you had the other Jones, Freddie Gibbs, Jim Jones.
Yeah, that's about it,
Uh,
Files.
yeah. So we could dive into the chaotic sports world, which has been ravaged by research. Well, I can't say resurgence because it's just never went away technically, but a very high breakout again in COVID-19. Um,
The Omicron shit, man.
yeah, is it the Omicron? Because they haven't with the sports they haven't specified like which one it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I guess we're
just under umbrella COVID.
yeah, facts. So just I guess before we get to that, we can talk about a couple of the other wild things happening in sports, and then we could touch on that at the end, I guess.
Okay.
Uh, First and foremost, Urban Meyer, ex Jacksonville Jaguars head coach, didn't even make it to a full year of being the head coach after the series of events. Remember, we talked about him a while ago on one of them podcasts.
Yeah,
Not the
that partying after their loss.
yeah, not back on the team flight and all that, and staying in town and partying, touching, filling up on girls and all that.
Yeah,
Um, and then the latest, did you see what the kicker said? The ex kicker?
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, Josh Lambo. Um, was saying that earlier this season in practice training camp, I think Urban Meyer kicked him. Was telling them to make his kicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now,
dipshit, make your fucking kicks.
yeah. Now I hate kickers as much as the nigga. I might hate kickers more than anybody. And even I thought that was over the top. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you can't be kicking people, man.
Yeah, like and these niggas do be missing like hell, and I might want to kick a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Kickers are people too, man.
Yeah, So, um, fired them in the middle of the night. It seems like too. Remember that? Like,
Yeah, I was like, I'm shocked. Like, even though like it was like a lot of losing, this nigga Jolly be acting up, but just to see the nigga not making a full season,
right?
who would ever thought that?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like we used to always think, not always think it, but we knew. Like I used to talk to Game or whatever, and it was like he was coaching Ohio State, and he retired for like allegedly health problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as the Jaguars offer him that money, he healed, he good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that we kind of seen that and was just like, all right, he's just a wild dude. You know what I mean?
Wow, okay.
And then you don't think this wild, but it does open the door once you learn that somebody's a wild person.
Yeah, you tend not to be surprised.
Yeah, like I'll say kicking the kicker. I'm not surprised with that, but staying like not catching the team flight after a L and partying, like I'm surprised at that.
Especially from a coach. Yeah, I was definitely surprised by that from a
Right,
coach.
and not a black coach. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like Mike Tomlin do that, like, you know. But yeah, wow, dude. What you feel about Urban, man?
Man, I'm just shocked. It's like what goes to say like it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to like shit on a nigga legacy like nigga overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like
He's
they
good,
just
good in college. Yeah,
huh?
I mean he's good in college.
Yeah, but like, are you a good coach or are you just good because you just get the best talent? You get some of the best talent.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both.
True.
Yeah, because it's plenty. I will say this: like in college, it's a bunch of teams that get top talent and still ain't
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So it kind of they kind of go hand in hand. He get a little bit of credit, it's like coaching in college is different than coaching in the NFL too, though. That's probably why that shit don't be translating a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, uh, it's you in your 40s and 50s and you talking to kids and shit versus like grown ass men. That shit is a big difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these niggas is scared to death. You might kick a nigga off the team or take a nigga scholarship away or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like versus like you gotta talk to a nigga that's probably touching more money than you ever gonna see in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And got wives and all bitches and all that type of stuff. You
Yeah.
know.
Already man.
Yeah, so
Don't need you. Nigga if I can get you fired and shit.
right. Yeah, you can't come in acting the same fucking way. Well, I don't know. You think he's done as an NFL head coach?
Yeah, I think he's done.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm about 80% leaning that way, saying he's done. The only reason I won't go 100% is because he's like white.
Yeah, I mean, if he want to get another jump, I don't think he wants to get
Oh,
another
you don't
jump.
think? Okay,
Yeah,
so you think he might go back to college?
if he decides to coach, it's definitely gonna be college.
Yeah.
He probably will have to sit a couple years, and I say that too because of age too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah. So, and he'll definitely be back. Um, as far as like the other football news is concerned, NFL's been rescheduling a few games this weekend, so now we're getting football Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
What a time to be alive!
Right. COVID-19 is hitting just about every team, as if we didn't already have like a bunch of injuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, injuries mixed with COVID. Man, this has been killing games. Man, you be looking forward to a game, and oh, this person's out.
Right. Um, it's ravaging through basketball, but for some reason, the players in basketball come back rather quickly. Than football. Football is like it's an automatic 10 days. Basketball, we got niggas like LeBron and Westbrook who just they're out for like one day and then come, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So eh, um first and foremost, what you think about how do you feel about this COVID ramping back up again? And two, are you ready for 4 straight days of football?
I'm always ready for 4 straight days of football. I'm always just bring it on. But
Hmm.
yeah, man, just like we always kind of talk about it. I'm not too surprised because like we always talked about this job was gonna get crazy. You know what I'm saying? And coming to winter and shit. That's where what I'm saying. That's where you say the COVID kind of like hangs around longer and more contagious and all that shit. So we kind of seen this shit coming.
Right.
And I'm glad that the NFL actually rescheduled the games. They acted like they wasn't trying to at first because teams was hit hard. Like I think like certain teams, like 3 teams, like the football team, uh,
Yeah.
Cleveland, and somebody else had like 20 people on the list
Yeah.
each. You know what I'm saying?
And then the Washington football team it lost both of its quarterbacks and they had to sign somebody today just to start them on Sunday and it's Friday.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Granted, like some of them teams kind of suck, but like still, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Good common courtesy.
Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely love the football and all these days in a row, but due to the fact that it's because of COVID and not just regular, there's some cause for concern. I know we talk about this far a lot of times, but do you feel like things will shut down again?
If it's moving at this pace, like how it's moving and how it just hit these people in the NFL, like if it started doing that shit and in the real world, like yeah, I think we might have to get like another shutdown because niggas
Yeah.
just can't act right, niggas. You know what I'm saying? I think they been lifting certain guidelines too early. ready
Yeah.
just to try to get back to some air quotation normalcy and shit like that, and we just don't quite have it under wraps yet. You know what I'm saying? Trying to move forward, and we ain't got it under wraps yet.
And then when you think you have it under wraps, there's a new variant,
Yeah,
and I don't know. Definitely look forward to the football, but hopefully we can get this thing under control before it potentially could get any worse than what it is. You know what I mean?
right, right.
Um, so going to the basketball side of things, and quite a few, well, at least a couple of controversies. You know what I mean? And well, first let's get to the accolade, the shining accolade first. Steph Curry breaks the all-time 3-point record, surpassing Ray Allen. No, yeah, Ray Allen, Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Shuttlesworth. Um, I know Ray Allen thought he was gonna have that record for more than 10 years. He only had it for 10 years. Man, what a Sam, what you said earlier about what a time to be alive, man. Who you break that record? I know he thought he was gonna hold on to that thing, boy.
Right.
And just for a decade, Steph Curry breaks it. And shout out to him. Remember early in his career, everybody thought he was gonna be like super like well, he was kind of injury prone with the ankles and all that.
Yeah.
And people thought this was like that was like his ceiling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just to see how far he's come, 2-time MVP, even one unanimous, the only person to get a unanimous.
Ever.
Yeah, can't take that away from him. Three-time champion, endless all stars, all NBA, greatest shooter of all time. How do you feel about this?
Man, I'm so happy for him, man. Like you said, man, people people hate on him to didn't think he amounts too much in the league, thought he was too small. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have this, he didn't have that to be like one of the best players that ever played the game, man.
Right.
Yeah, just taking just revolutionize the game, you know what I'm saying? Like now, kids today, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to shoot for the logo, trying to be like him.
Facts. I know that's probably a sweet feeling.
Yeah.
Just damn, everybody playing like everybody trying to play like me now.
Right.
Like you came in the league, niggas are saying you was too small and this and that.
Now he's the meta.
Yeah, like that's crazy. So definitely look forward to seeing Chef Curry cooking, which he's doing against my team at this moment. Um, but going to the drama, Steph Curry's ex teammate Kevin Durant, arguably the greatest scorer of all time, got into it. Well, I guess he didn't get into it. It wasn't a back and forth or nothing like that, but it sparked a wide reaction about how he responded to a Skip Bayless post in which Skip Bayless was actually big up in KD, albeit tearing down LeBron in the process, which was the problem. You know what I mean? And then made a post saying that Kevin Durant just willed his team to a victory. Something, something, something. You watching, Bron? And then KD retweeted it with the quote that said, "I really don't like you." Um, Skip Bayless did respond on Undisputed, but I didn't watch it, so I didn't, see what he said.
Yeah, he basically was just saying how like I guess he was kind of hurt basically because he was just saying how like how much he championed KD and for him to say that he was kind of like hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like like he never talks bad about KD and he's like defending KD against Shannon Sharp and all that.
Right.
But like, obviously KD didn't care. KD wanted no parts of that.
Yeah. He has to understand, like, KD and LeBron are good friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they're both looking at you. You're a media figure. Niggas don't like the media.
right. Because
You know,
because the way niggas be acting.
right, right. So it's like if you was just big up in KD, that's one thing. but you tearing down Braun in the process. Like, you can't give me a compliment and then they turn you down in the process.
Yeah.
Damn, Abe, you sound like that, but damn, you know what I'm saying? Tell Eli to take notes. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it can't work like that. Like, that's my bro. Like, at the end
Yeah.
of the,
And Skip was trying to like say he's like basically like he was in character for the whole first take or undisputed, excuse me. Undisputed, you know what I'm saying? Like that's his Twitter is an extension of the show. And Shannon was trying to tell him like, nah, they don't see that like that. You know what I'm saying?
right. And it's like even if that's because he probably in his heart, he probably really believed that. But it's like, bro, these niggas are still human at the end of the day.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So even if you are in character, which the show is not really, you're not really supposed to be in character technically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a debate show, but that's another conversation for another day. Like, these niggas is like humans, and they this is their livelihood. Like, y'all niggas really sit up on TV and critique niggas' livelihoods every single day.
Mm-hmm. To make
Like,
a livelihood.
right, right, and it's like the media be pitting these niggas against each other, but these niggas be best of friends.
Yeah.
So, like, what? I don't know. Like, what did he thought? I guess hopefully Shannon Sharp like pulled him, off air, explain to him the basis of how shit work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was wild, wild dude. Maybe he just don't understand and shit. But wild dude though. Um, so I guess since we was talking about KD, LeBron, the Lakers, they have a new point guard. Which I'm not sure we even get to play now because of Westbrook clan protocols. Uber fast. Isaiah Thomas finally finds himself back in the league after a lengthy stay out of it, and signed a 10-day contract with the Lakers. He played one game for the Denver Nuggets G League affiliate, and then was instantly signed to that 10-day contract. I'm so proud of bruh. Like, he's been through so much of his career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The league, they like to blackball you after a while, and it's just a everlasting struggle. And I know he put in endless work, endless time, mind, body, and soul. You can see him quoting like Nipsey Hussle almost every day on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Um, Truly an inspiring story, and I hope this is just another stepping stone, and somebody picks him up for like the rest of the year, something like that.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
how do you feel about this?
Super, super happy for real, man. I really, really rock with Isaiah, man. Like watched him
Mm-hmm.
a little bit in college. Definitely became a big fan of him cooking in Sacramento. I think he went before he went to y'all, right?
Right.
Yeah, he
Well,
was
yeah,
like
two
lighting it up.
two two teams. I think he was with Sacramento and Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was lighting it up in Sacramento, man. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand like why some people like I don't know why he was getting blackballed or whatever for that reason, but dude's a bucket, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Granted, I know like he, you know what I'm saying, is like a liability maybe on defense and all that, but I mean you can find a role for the nigga who's a bucket coming off the bench or something, you know what I'm saying? And I think that now that I think about it, that probably was part of his problem. Like he, you know what I'm saying, probably had like a little ego at some point where like, he was like, man, he ain't want to come off the bench and stuff like that.
Think so?
I think yeah, like during that time, like I think when he was with Chad and Cleveland and all that, and then maybe going to the Lakers or something like that, I ain't think he was like very accepting of a, you know what I'm saying, a bench role or whatever, a 6 man or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, but that's he was the starting point guard when we got him. He was always like day one up until he got hurt.
Yeah, and did he get a max? So he was trying to get a max. Or he was close to
Yeah,
getting a
he
max.
was close. He was
Yeah.
well. I ain't gonna say. Well, he was close. Like it would have been a tricky situation because in my heart of hearts, like me knowing Danny Ainge, I really think like he wasn't gonna fuck with him regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I really felt like it. Remember we had I know I think it might have been a month or two ago, and we was in a party, and I know it was just more than us two, and we was talking about basketball, and it's like it's the levels of like competition and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how he in the playoffs that year he completely like tore the Wizards apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we go to the Eastern Conference Finals against Braun and them, and he can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they treating him like they treating him like he is 5 feet, 5'8". You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's really is a little boy out there with LeBron and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really felt like in my heart of hearts, he was going to like not fuck with him anyway. And that was just his out.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie just so happened to ask for a trade, and he just so happened to hurt his hip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cleveland still was willing to take that nigga for some reason. I guess but yeah, super happy for Cuz though. Yeah, definitely deserve to be back. Now Westbrook clearing protocols expeditiously fast is very interesting to say the least.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Got that Bron treatment, man. Bron said, hey, man.
yeah, good, good.
Man, played all right last game. You know what I'm saying? His clutch threes, clutch passes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Clear, man. He on the list.
Yeah, VIP.
Mm-hmm.
Same day clearance.
He with me.
Uh-huh. So hopefully he gets to play. Lakers is playing the game 2 of this doubleheader that's on right now. Um yeah, we'll see. But either way, I'm happy for Cuz. So speaking of Kyrie, there's some news that he will start to play for the Brooklyn Nets in all their away games. Because he isn't vaccinated, he can't participate in the home games. But, you know, I'm quite sure with the ravaging that COVID did to Brooklyn, they'll welcome anybody for any game at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, somebody see what they're hitting on full plow on Indeed or something.
Go ahead. How do you feel about Kyrie's inevitable part-time return?
Hey, man. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Getting the stars back, man. You know what I'm saying? They need it. You know what I'm saying? It would suck. You know what I'm saying? For Brooklyn to get off to this hot start, and then for stuff like COVID and injuries to rule it, and you know what I'm saying, it end up being a lost season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, a player of that caliber, you want to see him on the court. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely happy, definitely excited to see it. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he can help the Nets stay afloat, their top seed, and you know what I'm saying, help them in the playoffs, win the championship, man.
Right. Definitely look forward to his return. I wonder how long. I know he probably has to get back in some type of shape or something.
Right.
So, maybe looking at maybe January or something like that. And which I also read a few minutes ago as well. That's the target return date for Golden State and Klay Thompson. It's the first week of January.
Get more stars back, man. You didn't say anything about Wiseman yet?
Nah, nothing about Wiseman.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
oh
take
no.
Clay.
Yeah. Wiseman can't be too far because they sent both of them to the G League and then recalled both of them like immediately, so he can't be too far behind. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Definitely. I was hoping for that Christmas game, and now I'm just hoping that everybody just be healthy and available for all these Christmas games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, it's crazy because the NFL kind of moved in and scheduled a couple of their games on Christmas now, so you know, trying to take a little bit of the thunder away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, definitely should be interesting nonetheless. And then moving on, I think that's it. Did we cover everything?
I think so for the most part. I just want to say a shout outs to Trey Young. Just got engaged to his, beautiful fiance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Putting a ring on it. So hopefully my ring coming during the finals. You know what I'm saying? Quick, cop this finals ring, my boy. I say that in the midst of us getting blown out by the Nuggets right now.
Yeah, I'm saying they just showed that down across the screen and
Yeah, man, crazy.
yeah, they've been hit hard by COVID too. The Nuggets. Um, what's up with MVP man? He got like turned over a new leaf, didn't he? That nigga like a little bully or something now, ain't he?
Who you talking about?
Jokic.
Oh yeah, what are you doing now?
Man,
Outside of the whole incident with
my man,
Morris.
yeah, I was about to say since that little Morris got home, my man, I got ejected about 4 or 5 times, man.
Hey man, niggas trying you, man. You gotta let niggas know,
Yeah,
man. You ain't
niggas
see it
know.
out here, man.
I'm the MVP, man. Y'all niggas, hey, oh, have we seen the MVP get like be like out of control like that before?
Oh yo, baby, back in the day, but I can't. Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like. Niggas getting ejected. Not, maybe here and there, but a nigga just like, I don't know. Yeah, you got a point to prove, man. You win the
Man went
MVP.
hell, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Stole the MVP. Fuck it.
Yeah, come see me and my brothers.
Mm-hmm. Had them niggas make a little Twitter account though.
That shit was funny. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, and they was talking about that shit when that shit happened and shit.
For real.
And they pulled up the videos because like niggas kept slicing it. You know, saying Yoga's brother, they fight MMA or something over there, and cause one of the Yoga's brothers look at y'all like weak for real in the little ring.
Oh, okay.
Niggas was slicing them up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't gonna fake, because I was like more so like, yeah, I'm fucking with the Jokic brothers. I don't really like the Morris twins like that, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just be nothing on like the fake tough guys and shit. And they always, I don't know which one. Maybe they both do it, but you know what I'm saying? One of them definitely a knucklehead always try with the riff raff. But you know what I'm saying? I always catch that one person step into the fake bullies and they don't be like that with that person and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot who it was. It was another big man who stepped to Morris and he went with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something how I be. Niggas got their little limits and stuff. I
Yeah.
will say this about Morris is that I know he played it off like everything was good, but has to be some type of injury because he hasn't played since then.
Oh
Since that,
wow.
yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe it was a little bit more serious than they letting on. He don't want give Jokic that kind of that power or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, and they gotta put you out for the season or some shit like that. But yeah, he hasn't played since that event occurred this year.
I don't wish ill will with sports niggas, but kind of like that's what you get for doing that dumb shit, bro. Like just play the basketball game clean. Stop trying to fake intimidate niggas and shit. Because that
Right,
nigga could have hurt Jokic or some shit or whoever. You know what I'm saying? Doing some fake skid tactic shit. You know what I'm saying? For a regular season game, like chill the fuck out.
right. Definitely.
But get better
Well,
though, bro.
yeah. When he was on we played for the Celtics. I like this shit.
Yeah, yeah. You always like it when it's for your team.
Mm-hmm.
Protect your superstars and all that. Give you
Yeah.
the edge, make you win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but other than that, like you said, get well. But y'all niggas got that whole Miami team in general was just like some knuckleheads and shit. They just got a team full of knuckleheads and shit. They can't really be knuckleheads right now because more some of them niggas hurt and shit. But yeah, then after that event, I kind of think niggas probably look at them niggas like, yeah, y'all niggas ain't as tough as y'all seen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess we can get to these what the fuck facts. And took a little break from the nature and stuff, but I'm back this week. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So this one has to do with with bees. It's a little tidbit I was reading up on before we started this joint. And there was a video of a person that had like a bunch of bees in like a little fish tank, like little setup.
Okay.
And it had like a bunch of bright lights at the top of the joint or whatever. And you know how insects and all that stuff be like flocking to the lights and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, watch this. And he like cut the lights off and the bees instantly like dropped down to the floor or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so when he cut the light back on, they started like hovering back up to the light and this and that. And then he cut the light back off and it did the same thing. So, me had to look up to see why was they doing that and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it turns out bees have a navigational mechanism inside of them. And whenever they deal with darkness, it signifies in their mind that serious inclement weather is coming or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they normally just try to immediately drop down and bury them. Well, I guess they didn't know they was inside of a glass thing or nothing, but they try to bury themselves within the ground or wherever they can. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To protect themselves from the weather and whatnot. But yeah, that's
Interesting.
definitely a little navigation system up in them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. We love the nature.
Yeah, you already know I'm with you too. I love nature.
What you got, my good brother?
All right, I got like a little crazy fact or whatever I had saw from that, like I said, that TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
So back in 1965, a machine was patented, and like we talked about this earlier, how like it's crazy the stuff that people research and be working on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1965, a machine was patented to help women deliver babies. This was a machine based upon centrifugal force, so having them twirl around and eventually push the baby out that way. So
Okay.
like they had the lady, it's like just the picture of this device. The lady like strapped down to this machine with a net around her legs. So like whenever the baby come out, it's get delivered into a net and shit. Like this shit looks fucking crazy.
That's wild.
Like who the fuck would think about delivering a baby that way?
Yeah, so that didn't last long, did it?
Right. I don't know if that ever seen the light of day. I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
That
niggas
probably
probably.
wasn't practical.
I was about to say whoever introduced that in the meeting, they probably got the fire knocked out of them.
No bullshit. So like, hey, check it, yo.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, hey, come here right quick, right. Yeah, that's wild. People, I guess, I don't know. That's just, I ain't gonna say that's not innovative and creative because it is, even though people not gonna use it.
Right.
But that sounds like somebody was just, damn, what can I make up right quick? You know what I'm saying? Niggas
Yeah.
making up stuff and getting paid.
Niggas wild with that, John.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely good stuff today, my brother. Got anybody else you need to shout out?
Nah. Yeah. Got somebody got a shout out, man. Guys been like just so inspirational to me, man. Just hit a big milestone. My man Teddy Blackman is partnered on Twitch.
Affiliate, sir. Affiliate.
No, man. Like, then you ain't get 25%
You said
of
what?
the company.
Nah.
Oh, I thought they dismissed. I thought you had the Jay Z
Nah.
deal.
I wish. Wish they got the Jay-Z deal. I
My
get
man
it.
is a Twitch affiliate, man. My man can get subs, you know what I'm saying? For
Mm-hmm.
$5.99 at the lowest tier, but they go up to tier 2, tier 3. Man, y'all
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and support my man. Go drop a follow, go drop a sub, tell your friend. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My man's trying to not to work a traditional job ever again.
Yeah, definitely trying to get there, man. Have a dream, goals for and then for all of us and shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely appreciate those flowers, man. Very feel good.
Prime, you already know, brother.
And then you up next, man.
Yeah, man. Like I was working with the Joe today. I'm trying to come up with ways to make my stream better, innovative, until I can get money to get like a nice little setup to do it for real. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm definitely out here streaming too. You can catch me on Twitch, Spiritual X Healing, HEELING.
Mm-hmm. And man, 2K God.
I don't know about that, man. I'm just
2K God.
I'm a good random. You know what I'm saying? I be out here kind of playing by myself because so I just gave him flowers. Now I'm gonna take a few away because my man retired from the game. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Feel good
Losing
too.
losing one of my running mates, man.
all that chaos and all that feel good too.
That is definitely super chaotic this year, man. Been butting heads. Shout out to Johnny Williams. Been butting heads with this guy like all year, and I'm just trying to tell him good stuff. Like what I'm saying, I'm not hating on him. I'm not sabotaging him by
Hmm.
how he would think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just. It's always good to hear stuff from a different perspective. Like what I'm saying, me been on both sides. I played point guard and big man. I was just trying to give him a little help.
Yeah, definitely got to be coachable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be
And
coachable.
and once that trust just goes up, then it'll definitely happen.
Yeah, he gotta drop the ego shit too. Like
Yeah.
everything he says is me, I. Like, come on, bro. Like you Abe can make a bucket and he said I got Abe that bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But definitely be checking out the streams, my man. I'm trying
Likewise.
to trying to trying to start the little Rocket League back up so I could get back decent in that. That could be another thing to stream and shit.
Yeah, man. Definitely need more games to stream. Like I want to. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you too. We can tell on. I still don't everybody be talking about it. Not that I care too much, but Among Us not looking too good to stream. I checked that joint out today. That joint had like a couple hundred people watching the joint, like
For
under
real?
under 1,000. From what we said the other day, like 15.
Oh yeah, man.
That shit
So
was like 900 people or some shit. I don't know, maybe it was the time of day I was watching or what, but it
so
wasn't looking good.
so do you think it'd be like yeah, I was just about to ask. So do you think it'd be like the day itself be mattering as well as the time of day?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, maybe
Like with
it's
everything,
Friday.
everything algorithm based.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure, but I
Yeah.
just don't know what's like. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get to I just want a game where it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want a game that like I love that is popular. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would
Right.
like
Right.
that. Like well, it's up now a little bit. It's like 3,000, basically 3,500 people watching it now.
Okay. So as far as like the next stream, what you giving us tomorrow?
Oh yeah. I probably like I said, I'm fighting for that race car suit, so I got to get around approximately 52 more rec wins. So if anybody wants to carry me in the rec, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Xbox
Easy too.
Carpe 30 DM. I'm a versatile big man. You know what I'm saying? Help me.
Yeah. 2K God. What's career high in 2K, man?
I have no idea. It has to be someone I was a point guard probably last year. I think maybe like 43, 46. Hey,
Okay.
I know people don't score like 70, 60, but I'm not a person who goes for that. I try to
Right.
be a team player as much as possible. I try to pass the ball, but like some days, your games, you feel it going, I'll shoot a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
the
Right.
defense permits it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I was the same way. I had rare games you can kind of feel early on,
You
like
always had it going though.
I'm talking about like as far as like a career, like
Okay.
yeah, Like I felt like I was always just decent, serviceable for what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's more than serviceable. What's your career high?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 55.
Okay, and that's
Yeah,
all 2 pointers.
yeah,
Maybe a few and ones or
yeah. A
something.
couple of and ones. Yeah, mostly all twos though. Yeah. uh, well, I had a screenshot. I got a bunch of screenshots on Facebook. I was scrolling through them like a couple weeks ago, and there was one game we was playing. I can't remember if you was playing or not, but I know Tone and Killer was there, and I had motherfucking 35 rebounds, and that shit I was just like, damn, I don't know if I could do that again if I tried and shit. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think I
saying?
was playing. What two? You remember what 2K was
It was last year, like
last year?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So I'm like, damn, that was.
I remember that. I don't remember 35. I remember you had. It's not surprising because you had 2020s.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. It's like I miss like I miss the rec and the camaraderie, but because I ain't really seeing it now, it make it easier to
To
not
stay
want to.
away, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
I just think it'd be that much better if we had, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem is like we don't have people, you know what I'm saying? It's like letting Johnny, you know what I'm saying, be him and shit. And that nigga's just like, I just think it'd be probably a little bit better if we just had a better full team. But
right,
it'd be tougher now, like running to all these niggas, keep running the 2-3 zone, five, you know what I'm saying? If we get like a full five or four people, we gonna run into that shit, and that shit gonna be tough beating
right.
that shit. I mean, like I did like you know how you supposed to beat it or whatever, but like 2K is just different with these with niggas with Hall of Fame interceptor, them niggas just be stealing everything, man.
Yeah, yeah. What? So what's the? I know you can shoot niggas out the zone, but what be like the passing? Like, I know in person that has somebody be like at the free throw line.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, same thing.
That kind of works a little bit too. I mean that
Mm-hmm.
works, but it's like okay, the person from the free throw line, but like the court's so small,
All right.
niggas can collapse on it and they play the pass lanes and shit. Then
Yeah.
maybe it'd be better if we had somebody with a better IQ, like you know what I'm saying, do
Yeah.
it, and then maybe it can work better too.
That never hurts.
Right.
So yeah, definitely need that before anything on 2K because you can be somewhat of a low overall, but if you got high IQ, then you know could be decent. You might not be great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember like Monkey came out there with a little overall. And we was getting buckets with Monkey. I think that was
Yeah,
Monkey.
yeah. The Ben Simmons build, but yeah, 2K is definitely something. But I guess with that being said, brother, this is another Head for the Hills podcast, and we out.
Bye.